Hey, Toy Collectible fans, Fly Guy for TekSushi.com. Holy hole in a donut! It's the last and final so far of the Batman 1966 collectible figures, which I'm collecting. All of the other figures I've reviewed, all the sets, pretty much, I think everything I've reviewed. And I bought them all from DorksideToys.com. And this is the final one they said, which is the Surf's Up Batman. Beautiful card design, absolutely love these. And looking forward to adding my Hot Toys collection version of these guys, along with these beautiful card backs, which is why I decided to buy these gorgeous cards. Absolutely love them. Batman comes with a stand and a card and that groovy surfboard and these groovy bat shorts. So we'll take a look at that in just a moment. So that's the packaging on them there, and there's some text if you want to freeze it, but it's a great little segment. It's actually on the DorksideToys.com page where you buy this figure. I ended up watching half an hour of Batman on an embedded video on their page, which shows you the 1966 Batman and the Joker having a surf competition. Absolutely ridiculously awesome, so definitely check it out. We'll put a link underneath the video where you can go and buy this, and we've reviewed all of those figures on our TekSushi channel, and they're all on a playlist. You can check them out. Lots of cool Batman stuff. Let's go look at the figure. So he comes, as I said, with a stand. And this is the final one you'll need if you want to collect the diorama piece that goes behind all the figures. And this is the final piece of the Batmobile. And that clips on to the base, which if you watch the reviews you'll see by now, has a bit of a Batman 1966 kind of action coat on it, in this case Biff. And you'll see a small peg hole that takes the figure there. On the back of the card is a picture of the Joker and Batman. It's a kind of stylized picture, but you've got to watch that 1960s version of it. It's just, to think that was TV in those days, but hilarious stuff. It's one thing, actually, if anybody knows out there, why can't you get the Batman 1966 TV shows on Blu-ray? You can buy a movie or even a DVD. It just never seemed to be available, and I don't know why. Maybe it's still in syndication. Here is Batman, and I've got him in a pose here on his surfboard. Exactly the same Batman as we've reviewed in the other variations of him. There's no change in terms of the articulation. It's just down to those bright, crazy yellow shorts. And they are actually in the TV show just like that, so a bit nuts, quite frankly. But the bat belt there, the gold bat belt, is the only other real variation there, along with the yellow and the white of the shorts. So it's exactly the same Batman, same facial sculpt, nothing else different from him. It has a very nice job that they do on that facial sculpt there, right on the eyes. It's very well painted indeed. But otherwise it's pretty monotone, the figure overall. There's not a great deal of kind of touches going on to the figure. There's some nice little bits and pieces, like the gloves look a little bit ruffled around the hands there. Around the head, there's a few little wrinkles and bits and pieces, but it's pretty sparse on these figures. But what they do have is decent articulation, and that's something I love. It's very, very well done indeed. So the cape is, it doesn't have that wire mesh in it that we've seen on one of the other versions of the figures, the Climb in the Wall version of Batman and Robin, which I shared on the channel. If you haven't seen it, this one has no wire in that, so the cape just hangs, which is a bit of a shame because it would have been kind of cool to have him on his board with the cape in the background, but there you go. So the board itself is pretty solid. It's just one gigantic piece of plastic. It has a little fin underneath, and what we do get is peg holes on the board to put the figure onto, so it clips on really nicely. We do also have on the board itself the, if I can get my big fingers out of the way, the Bat logo, and that's the only detail we have on it. If you want to stand the figure flat on a table, you can pop the little fin out. You can just see that there if I do that. There you go. And there you go. And you can have that displayed flat on a table. As it stands, no pun intended, and if you put it onto the stand, the little fin can still be displayed because it's high enough off the bottom of that stand to keep it there. So whatever way you display him, how you decide to have your Batman on the stand of the card, he still looks rather cool, I think. Great looking little figure. I think they still have stock left at Dorkside Toys. It's very hard, I think, to collect some of these figures now. Some of them are really definitely out of stock. The Joker's pretty hard to come by. At one point, he was everywhere, but he seems to be a little thin on the ground. A little thinner is Catwoman and the Riddler, so check them out first if you haven't bought them already. But cool little figures, I love them. What do you think? Batman 1966, probably before all of you, including me, were born. But I'm sure some of you have seen the TV show. Do you think they're kind of cool? I certainly think it's a cool figure for Mattel to be doing. Very impressed that Line is now getting this kind of cool and funky detail, and hoping we get to see more Bat variations and villains. That would be kind of nice. That's it. I'd love to hear your thoughts, as I said, below. Leave a comment. Subscribe if you like the video. Like it, thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever you want to do, if you liked it or didn't it. But all that good stuff is underneath this video. A link to buy it, and all of our social channels where you can join us on Google+, on Twitter, on Facebook, and all that jazz. That was 1966 Batman Surfs Up, and we'll have more Bat-tastic reviews and other stuff in the future, I'm sure, coming up for you soon. Cheers.